Good morning, everyone. This is update for April 16, 2022, day 52 of the war, end of the date update. It's belated update, but however, better later than never, as they say. Key points we want to make here is that two units from the Kiev Defense Group, 1st Tank Brigade and 58th Brigade, here in the Chernihiv region here. As we mentioned before, 14th Brigade is now fighting in Mykolaiv region. The two units, 10th Brigade and 72nd Brigade, we don't know where they are right now located. In terms of Russian troops, there is an update there as well. It looks like 106 Airborne Division that used to fight west of Kiev is now in Izyum bridgehead. Apparently, we assume that this was least sort of damaged unit that has least casualties relative to other units, and for that reasons, it was quickly included back into the Izyum bridgehead. We still, this is initial information, and we're still waiting for confirmation for that. As a whole, there are two key tension points is Izyum bridgehead and Mariupol at this point. As a whole, the rest of the front line is very static and it's just local fighting and essentially shelling. Other point that's worth noting is that shelling of the Russian villages in Bryansk region. This is where the Bryansk region, then Kursk region, and Belgorod region. What we believe may happen is that Russia will use it as a casus belli to formally declare war on Ukraine. As we all know, right now it's just police operation. And the reason for that, we believe, is that Russia may need to formally have mobilization and have conscripts. And we believe that this is being done in preparation for that. So now with that, let's do a walk through the front lines in Ukraine. So let's start first with Kharkiv area. Situation is essentially the same, no meaningful changes there. And now let's look at the Izyum bridgehead. This is a little bit old maps. We didn't have chance to update, so please be patient. But we did manage to do quick and dirty update here. So as you can see, bridgehead has expanded quite a bit over past several days. This is how it looked like on as of April 13th. So you see the village of Andriyivka was captured, and so as you can see, so it expanded quite a bit in the western direction, not so much in the southern direction. Nevertheless, there is noticeable expansion of the bridgehead. As we also believe that the 93rd Brigade now is fighting. We don't have 100% confirmation, but it looks like Ukrainian 93rd Brigade is fighting here as well as 106 Airborne Division on the Russian side. We haven't heard recently about 47th Tank Division. For that reason, we have a question mark, but it's probably, might be still staying there. We also have a little bit more correct and updated front line here, kind of like east of Izyum bridgehead. So now we will update it when next week to kind of show more correct front lines there. As a whole, it's heavy losses on both sides, very brutal fighting, intense using artillery, using airplanes, helicopters, everything at disposal that both sides have. In the long run, as we mentioned before, this is unfortunately unstoppable in our opinion by Ukrainian army, the way it is, unless they do some other offensive, which is also at this point probably very unlikely. So this is unfortunately very extremely dangerous and situation, even though it doesn't look at this moment that Russian troops having enough to actually do encirclement. However, there is enough to push Ukrainian troops from the Donbass salient. In addition, as we can see, we believe that these troops are battle ready, so they continue hammering and trying to expand bridgehead in expectation that more reserves on the way and coming, which, as we discussed before, we don't think that they are coming immediately. We believe it's going to be more towards end of April or early May when they will be ready, and the Russian side will be ready to launch a major offensive here. At the same time, anything is possible, right? War is it's about possibilities. It's not about certainties. But our working case scenario is that major offensive will be done sometime end of April, potentially early May. So let's continue walking through the rest of the front lines. Here's like no major changes where 128th Brigade is fighting. Rubizhne is essentially captured by the Russian troops, and they continue putting pressure to capture Severodonetsk. Then, if we go down south, another major point is Popasna, where Russian troops made significant progress, and now they control the center of the town. So that's probably they control about 70%, maybe 75% of this town. For those who were interested about the Wagner Group, which is Russian mercenaries, so they operate here in Popasna, and actually the call it owner of the Wagner Group came to Popasna a couple days ago. His name is Prigozhin. We guess that is for to inspect the troops or similar to that. In addition, we identified another brigade that's forming a second army corps. It's 7th Brigade. We will update it in next week. In terms of situation west of Donetsk, no updates here. Similar positional fighting. It's intense fighting, but there's no major territorial change here, and the same is true for Vuhledar and Velika Novosilka, which are major strongholds for Ukrainian army at this point. If we look at overall stretch here, call it Zaporizhia front line, and the same, it's all static. There's no changes here. Let's now look at Mariupol. As we all know, the 36th Brigade, essentially, most of it surrendered, some of it, very small portion joined, and another even smaller portion tried to do breakout attempt, which was essentially unsuccessful. We still have not heard about the fate of the commander of the 36th Brigade. We do know he was not captured as a prisoner of war, and he was not among the dead. So there is a good chance that he managed to escape, but that's just assumption based, as you can see, what our logic is in this case. Russian troops captured Mariupol seaport 100%. We don't know exactly where the front lines here at this point. They probably closer, and potentially Russian troops captured this whole western side of the Mariupol. So there's essentially the main point of resistance is Azovstal at this point. We also observing that there are a lot of prominent commanders die among from Azov regiment, which also tells us that it's a very critical moment for them, and potentially there is dramatic resolution for the situation very soon. In addition, Russian forces offered surrender in promise of saving lives this morning. So you probably learn if that happens or not. We doubt. We believe that they will continue fighting, but we don't think that it's obviously a guess. We don't think that they have enough ammo and water to continue, much longer, at least not definitely not a month in our opinion, and not even probably 2 weeks, but that's just obviously speculation. Here in Mykolaiv region, situation is essentially stable, just positional fighting, shelling, nothing really new to report here. As we mentioned before, 14th Brigade is now operating in this area, so we'll update the map next week as well. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. We appreciate your support, and thanks for being patient as updates are not as frequent this week. And as we mentioned before, we will go to regular daily updates starting probably from Thursday, potentially Friday next week. Again, thanks again everyone for watching. Bye bye.